Hello and welcome. Welcome to all you Sagittarians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope, the first one of 2015 for January. And an exciting month for the mutable signs. I'm going to talk about this in the horoscopes. And I'm going to explain something about colors. And I'm going to explain something about the very important aspects that is going on right now for the whole year, beside the Pluto-Uranus, of course. I don't want to offend to the Pluto-Uranus square at all, but it's the Neptune and the Saturn square for the whole year. It's got to be building up and building up and building up, and it's important for the mutable signs. And guess what? You are in the middle of it. And so let's get started with that, and I'll talk about these colors in a minute, and I'll talk about a Mercury retrograde, and I'll talk about Aquarius as well. So I've got a lot to talk about, and I don't want this to be too long, but let's get started. So Saturn and Neptune, Saturn is in your sign, Neptune is in your fourth house, the deepest house of your horoscope, and it's squaring up to each other. It's starting its square. Now these planets, they have nothing in common. Saturn is reality. I want this to manage itself. I want to control it. I'm being realistic, being sometimes a bit too fearful, being sometimes a bit too pessimistic, but hey, I am realistic. And then Neptune is, I'm the dreamer, I have the vision, I want something and I'm going to accomplish it, and I can see it already in my dreams. You know, the Sagittarians, they can follow this very easily. They have those big dreams, and especially if you've got like a rising sign in Sagittarius, or a sun sign in Sagittarius, a moon a bit to a lesser extent. But anyway, it's that kind of energy of, you know, I see it big, I want to see it big. Now, what happens, these two are making a bit of a friction there. So that means that in January, you will be feeling, yes, I'm going forwards, I'm doing things realistically, yes, and it's managing and I see it. And then the other day, you have no faith anymore. You think, how am I ever going to accomplish that dream, that desire? Because it's not only the square between Saturn and Neptune, it's also about Mars activating the square. So whenever two far away planets are making an aspect, that's one thing. But when a faster planet comes along, it becomes more real. And Mars is in Pisces as from the middle of the month, the 13th, I think, yes. So Mars is going to be at the root of your chart in Pisces, and is going to bump up with Saturn in a square and going to conjunct with Neptune. That means that you are going to want to do something that probably has to do with you, and probably has to do with your roots, or with your family, or with your home life, or indirectly actually with your work, or with other people. Because whenever we have these aspects in key areas of our house, of our chart, then it activates the whole chart. So it's quite an interesting month, that there's something about you Sagittarians that you want to go forward, and you have this dream, but you can't reach it yet. I say yet because whenever I see an aspect between Saturn and Neptune, there's a promise that can be made. Because Saturn and Neptune, whenever you see that in a natal chart, it means that these people can make their dream come true. But after the aspect has gone, so it probably won't happen in January. So where there is something about your family, or there's something about your work, or there's something about a relationship that you have a dream of, that you want to, but that is a bit, you know, it's quite a big one for you. And now is a bit of a testing time. You're not getting what you want soon enough. You're a fire sign, so you want to get it now. Just like the Aries people and like the Leo people. So my advice would be, if you feel frustrated because you want to go forwards and you're blocked, do some sports and be aware that this is not gonna last forever. This is not to annoy you, but this is there because it's just not divine timing yet. And it depends on your personal chart if you would go rather the way of the Saturn or rather the way of the Neptune. You can't say that with these general horoscopes. That's why I use some attributes here. And if you are a man and you're saying, Veerle, I'm not going to wear those jewelry, just think about colors. Think about clothing or, you know, whatever, colors. And the two colors that I'm using here is red, brownish, and purple. Red and purple. And if you are a person who's very much like the Neptune energy, so if you are the kind of Sagittarian that is very dreamy, that is very, has a vision, but that lacks a bit of reality, and you can't make things real, and you need some courage and you need some bravery, this stone might help you. This is or this color, you know, wear some red, wear brown, red colors, because this is jasper. And this helps to give you courage. It stimulates the root chakra, the lowest chakra of all, which is about realization. So if you're that kind of Sagittarian, wear this. If you say, no, I am too pessimistic, I have fears of, I have my dreams, yes, but I have fears to accomplish something, and I'm too pushy, I'm too controlling, then you need the Neptunian kind of stone, or the color, which is purple. And this is amethyst. This is actually the stone of Sagittarius and Pisces. And this is really good to calm you down and to link with the divine and to trust. So this is the highest chakra, you could say. So with squares, it always depends on your natal chart where the difficulty is going to be for you. So it's either going to be this or that. So, and sometimes you may even feel around the middle of the month that you're going to switch those colors. One day you will be feeling like this, and the other day you will be feeling like this. So expect a bit of fluctuation there, but you will be fine. So expect there is a dream that you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to move, and it's about that, because Mars is in the 4th. And, or you want to sell your house, and it's not happening yet, and you want to let go a little bit. Remember, do this. When you say, oh, I want to move house, or I want to sell my house, but I need to get started to do practical things, wear this. I think you know the thing now. What else is happening? A very important thing that is happening at the same time is Mercury going backwards in Aquarius. Now this is for you in your 3rd house of communication. So Mercury retrogrades are periods that we need to stand still a little bit, that we need to withdraw a little bit and to reflect. That's Mercury retrograde. And it's happening in your 3rd house of thinking, of communication. So you need to think about the way you think. You need to rethink certain aspects of your life. And it's in Aquarius, so that goes very well with Sagittarian energy. So I don't think it's going to be a hard thing for you Sagittarians, but it is your 3rd house. And that can be a little bit annoying, because the 3rd house sorry for that. The 3rd house is about it's about your communication. So expect that some communication, just if you write something that is important, read it 2 times. You can't do any better than that. And you know, expect that the computer can be a bit slower than usual. Expect that when you do little trips that they take a bit longer. So it's not that difficult for you, I think, but it can be quite annoying. Okay? So, but it's a good time to redo, to back up your computer, for instance, to redo some things, to rethink, to reread a book that you once read, to reconnect with a sibling. Could be that was a sibling, by the way, that came into my house. So that means that's lunchtime. But anyways, it's a very interesting month for January. It's that kind of month that maybe you're not going to get what you want, but just trust. Stay and have that trust, and then you will be fine. You also have a new moon in that third house, so there's new beginnings when it comes to the way that you communicate, which is very nice. So a very interesting month for the Sagittarians. Maybe not the blasting forwards. Maybe you need to resolve some things with family members, because Mars in the fourth sometimes can bring some energy at home. But it can simply mean that you're going to reset your furniture, for instance. And so it can be in all kinds of different areas. Thank you very, very much, you lovely Sagittarians who have shared my videos, who have subscribed, who have ordered readings, and keep on doing that so I can continue to do this. And see you next month. Bye-bye. Have a good time. Have a good month.